welcome back to another Wuthering Waves video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Crownless, the Primal's Desire. I think it's a new boss. I'm not really 100% sure if it's a variant or not, but we're going to go over the developer notes. Yeah, guys, if you're liking this Wuthering Waves content, please subscribe. We'd love to have you here. Any type of news, updates, all that stuff. As we get closer to the beta, I will be posting very frequently. I'm having a ton of fun communicating with you guys and making content on Wuthering Waves. With that being said, let's just get straight into the video. High rank Tesset Discord, which mimics the form and actions that of a knight engaged in a ceaseless crusade. Despite its fabricated appearance, the Crownless knows nothing of a knight's duty, nor does it possess any chivalry. It attempts to understand to learn the behaviors of a human knight and ward of its overlord, yet fails to grasp the true meaning of guardianship. In the end, it merely became a sinister ghost of warfare, lingering amidst a prolonged void of struggle, trapped in the infinite cycle of conflict and death. Once the fighting ends, it finds everything meaningless. The converted word kind of makes me feel like maybe they did do an update from the red one to now this purple darker one. So I think it's the same enemy, because when I looked back at the old footage of this boss battle, they fight very similarly, so I'm gonna assume that it's just like an updated version of the Crownless boss. Here we have a design giving me Sephiroth vibes. You know, Sephiroth has like one wing. Really love the design, super cool. Even the lance that once symbolized honor has undergone erosion and mutation, radiating an unsettling aura. So even the weapon looks completely different. The old weapon was like a reddish tone. This one has more purple, kind of like a purple flamey electric kind of vibe. I'm not really sure, but definitely looks cool. The engagement with the knight includes 3 stages, each featuring distinct styles of attack and levels of danger. Its condition gradually changes while facing a formidable foe like the rover, which is us. During the initial stage, the knight can be seen making its entrance wearing a cloak and engaging in melee combat with fists and feet. So this guy just punches and kicks as he starts his fighting, dude. Like, so there's different stages to these boss battles, which I absolutely love. You gotta like memorize these patterns and all that, so definitely a huge challenge in difficulty for sure. Despite this, as seen from the knight's evasive maneuvers, it appears as though it is more in a state of enjoyment, giving the impression to be testing out Rover's capabilities in a provocative way. Crownless is super cocky. You're nothing to me, you're not a challenge. This guy just dodges and weaves. Look at him, he's just dodging. This type of boss fight is very smart. You know, it's not like from like other games that I've played. The routine is very dry, there's not a lot of patterns. Intrigues my interest as a player that wants to be playing in combat. Absolutely love that there's a feature like this where he just dodges your attack, which is super cool. Occasionally the knight crouches, slamming its fist into the ground to emit a wide range of shockwave from the center. Although the move displays an obvious preparatory posture, a slight lapse of concentration may lead to receiving a serious blow due to its wide range of effect. He goes into the ground, picks something up, and it explodes in a big area. And this thing, I don't even know if you can dodge this attack. Apparently you can, because the rover here does dodge at the right moment, but still an insane attack, and definitely builds up a lot of pressure during the battle. What we just went through was stage 1. The Crownless becomes fully riled up after these previous exchanges, having garnered interest in this capable adversary before it hence begins the second stage of the engagement. Compared to the previous stage, the knight will be more vigilant, always ready to strike or evade, as enough taking up the role of a professional boxer. This guy is a professional boxer. Look at the way he swings and dodges your attack. Dude, look at that teleporting. As a war machine, it is no longer dawdles and movements, instead employing speed and precision to take down its target. Its actions become swifter, making attacks difficult to evade, especially with the added combos. So this guy is learning, dodging, weaving, pushing you back, kicking you back, punching you back. Super amazed by this type of combat on a boss. It's just really insane to me. This ability comes with a long recovery time. There's times when Crownless is like probably charging up for an attack, you could go in and stop it from like charging, from accumulating energy. So when you see those openings, definitely go in, definitely try to get your hits, and then evade when possible. Whether it be the stance of a boxer or multiple forms of melee techniques, this guy is adapting to the type of moves that you do. It's getting smarter as you're fighting it, and it's making it more difficult. I think this is the third like final stage. Like he's like crazy, all mad, giving it its all, right? The knight's cloak is now replaced by a pair of large feathered wings, as we could see here. A lance is called out from beneath its feet, as though showing it now has truly entered the role of a knight, ready to carry out a final duel with the rover. It shifts from pure melee attacks to menacing lance strikes, and the newly obtained wings granted the capability to pounce from the air. They would also fling sharp feathers at the unsuspecting rover, a dishonorable move unlike that of a true knight, and rather more of a desperate attempt for victory out of fear. All the other attacks that he does, he throws like these knives at you, these purple knives at a distance as well, so that's even crazier. Crownless literally like starts flying, sweeping up in the floor, diving, and we've seen this before. This is a PGR boss mechanic, and there are some bosses that do these like little flying things. They go through like stages, they gain wings, all that stuff. So that is something that is really insane. Like this right here is like, he's like powering up and you have to dodge right at the right moment. It just looks like so much fun. On top of the flying, it throws a freaking tornado at you, and I'm pretty sure this pushes you back, but it might spin you around. Not really sure because they didn't show the results because we dodged here. The crown represents a child's rite of passage into adulthood, and it is also the crownless initial stage of imitating human beings. However, perhaps only when the crownless truly understands the nature of human beings can it find its own crown, rather than merely imitate. This battle merely marks the beginning of the encounter between the rover and the crownless. It seems like these creatures, or these crownless creatures, they used to be human, right? So my question is like more about like what happened in this world? Why are there rovers that have abilities, and why are crownless the enemy? What turned them into that? Why are they like that? Were they humans before? Is that what we're trying to avoid in the game, is not become a crownless being? Would love to hear your guys' feedback, opinions. What do you guys think about this boss? Do you think this boss is going to be extremely challenging or too easy? And let me know also in the comments below, is this an updated version of the red one or a variant? Because I was thinking variant because we have different echoes with different variants, different types, and all that stuff. Same with the rovers, you have different types of elements. So I was thinking more or less like maybe this boss is a different element. Would love to hear what you guys think about that. Subscribe if you want to see more Wuthering Waves content. We've been posting a lot of Wuthering Waves content on the channel, and we've been getting a ton of feedback from you guys. The community has been great so far. Thank you so much for the comments and all the recent subs as well. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll catch you in the next one.